Hey, what's up everybody? TooTallToby here, and in today's Onshape step-by-step tutorial, we're going to take a look at a Tier 1 model. This model is called the Foot Plate, and it is a Tier 1 difficulty model found in the TooTallToby library. So let's click here to begin, and let's get started. We're going to reveal the drawing and go. So the question here is, what is the mass of this part in 0.xxx pounds? So we're gonna try to solve this thing using inches. That means when we go into the software, we're gonna have to make sure that we set our units to inches. And then from there, we just wanna go through some basic planning before we actually get into the CAD software. So we're gonna set our units to inches. I think that in the case of a model like this, you know, it's a Tier 1 model. So certainly we could do everything in one sketch, but me personally, my style is I would probably break this up into 3 different features. And those 3 features would be, I would first create a circle here with a radius of 4.25, and I would locate the origin right here, right in the middle of that circle. And then what I would do is I would extrude that out to the thickness of the plate, 0.125. Then after I've created that shape, I'd create a secondary shape, which is going to be represented by a slot. So I'll create a slot here, and then I will extrude that using remove. And then I'll create my final shape, which will just be these 3 circles here. But the trick to creating these 3 circles is I'll start out by creating a construction circle here, construction circle with a diameter of 3 inches, and that'll make it really easy for me to drop those circles on those quadrant points. Now I know this is a Tier 1 model, and so normally you could just do the whole thing in like 1 or 2 features. I'm probably going to take a few more features, but that's just my style because I think it makes it really easy to organize your tree and to look at that tree later on. So, you know, don't be afraid to create multiple features. If it makes it easier for you and easier for your coworkers to decipher that feature tree, then just make it with multiple features and it's all good. So let's get into the Onshape software now. I'm going to use the option here to open in a new window, and then I'll just move this over onto my second screen, and then I'll take this guy and just move it over here so that we can kind of keep an eye on the clock as we continue through this challenge. And then we will go into Onshape here, and once we get into Onshape here, we're going to go to the create document. Now this is a public document, so if you get stuck, you could always search for this public document, and I'll call this 25-06-08 foot plate. And that way you can search for that document. And then the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to this hamburger menu here in Onshape. This hamburger menu is where we're going to be able to change our units. So we fly out this menu, we say workspace units, and we're going to set our units here to inch, and we're going to set our mass here to pound, and we're going to hit the green check mark. And now we're ready to jump in and follow our game plan. So top plane, S key, begin a sketch. N key to get normal 2, S key, begin a circle, single click, move our mouse, single click again, let go of our mouse, and that radius is going to be 4.25, excuse me, that diameter is going to be 4.25, and then S key, extrude, and we're going to bring that out to a depth of 0.125, and that is our main plate. So usually that's what I would call something like that. I would click over here, Shift N, main plate. I might consider renaming this as well. So instead of sketch 1, I could go Shift N, sketch 1 dash main circle sketch, something like that. Make it, again, just a little bit easier for you and for your coworkers to decipher this later on if they're looking back at the model. So now I'm going to go to this face here, S key, begin a sketch, N key to get normal 2, and I'm going to create a line here, and this line is going to start at the origin, and it's just going to move straight over here to this quadrant point. So just right over here, coincident to that edge. And look at that, it's a nice black line. I'll hit escape. I'm gonna click on that line. And then I'm gonna go in here to my menus for, it's found in this menu here underneath offset. So I'm gonna fly out this menu here for offset, and I'm gonna choose the command slot. That's where you find your slot command in Onshape. So this slot is gonna have a diameter of 0.625 times 2, since 0.625 is the radius. And there we go, we created that slot. And so now we can use the S key, extrude, and we can extrude this, and we're gonna say this is gonna go through all, and it's gonna be a remove. So remove through all, and hit the check mark there. And now once again, to try to make this easier for your coworkers, Shift N here, and we can rename this to something like slot shape in center, something like that. And now, finally, we're going to create the geometry for the holes. So pick this face here, S key, begin a sketch, and then we're going to go to the circle command, S key, circle. We're going to create a circle that starts here at the origin and comes out to a diameter of 3 inches. And then we're going to, we can hit escape here. We can click on that circle and press Q to make that circle construction. And then we can press the S key again and go back into the circle command. And here you can see we can reference vertical to the origin and coincident to the arc. So I'm looking for that feedback on screen to tell me that I am both vertical and coincident. That's what I want when I'm creating this circle. So I'm going to single click here, move my mouse, and I'm going to press the letter Q. You'll notice this is coming out as construction still. So I'm going to press the letter Q. Now it's solid there. So bring that out, and that's going to go to a diameter of 0.5. And then for these other two, I'm going to make sure they're horizontal and coincident, and make sure that this is vertical and coincident. And then I'll hit escape, and then I'll just pick this, click here as well, and click here as well. And if you look at your mouse, you can see it says there are 3 things selected. I'm going to press the letter E, and that makes all 3 of those things equal. I'm going to go to the command S key, extrude, remove through all, and I'm going to hit the green check mark. And that should do it for that part. It's always good to maybe take a moment and rename your features. So I'll come over here, Shift N. I'll call this 3 holes. That makes it very easy for me or anyone else to look at the tree and understand what each feature is. I'm going to right click down here where it says part 1, and I'm going to say edit appearance and just make this look a little bit more like how it looks on the print, a little bit of like a purple color there. Yep, that looks pretty good. And then finally, I'm going to right click on that part, and I'm going to say assign material, and the material is going to be from the TooTallToby custom material library, and it's going to be the TooTallToby plain carbon steel. And so now I can click down here in this lower corner, and I can say that I want to calculate the mass of this part, this icon down here. So I want to calculate the mass of this part, and then I just click on the part to come up with that mass. And it looks like we're coming up with a mass here of 0.365 pounds. So let's come over here to the app, 0.365, enter. And oh yeah, that is it. Whenever we see that purple box, that means that we got it correct. So that is your tutorial for that part. I know it was just a tier 1 part, but I like to kind of show that part, and I like to show how to do it using multiple features and renaming. It's a really valuable habit to get into. It's going to help you save so much time in the long run. So just even when it's a simple part, take your time, rename those features, Shift N to rename the features. And remember, a little trick that I'm doing there when I'm using that Shift N is I'm clicking on the item that I want to rename. So I'll go over here, I'll click on this sketch here. I'm pressing Shift N. I'm renaming that, so I'll call that one sketch, sketch for slot, and then I'll say enter. And that sketch is still highlighted. So what I'm doing here is before I go to sketch 2, because if I click on sketch 2 now and I press Shift N, well, that's not going to work because both of them are selected. You can see the little 2 next to my mouse. So I'm just clicking in the background, and then I'm clicking on sketch 2. Shift N, and I'll call this one sketch for 3 holes. And there we go. So just remember, if you click in the background or if you press the space bar, that will clear your selections. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. But of course, I just really hope that it helps you get unstuck if you're doing these CAD challenges on the TooTallToby Practice Models website. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being a member of Practice Models, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.